All right, what's going on, everybody? I'm Blitz5, and right here we have our first look at 60 frames per second for PUBG console for both Xbox One and PlayStation 4. The increased frame rate cap from 30 to 60 will be available as part of Update 9.1, which is currently on the PTS, the public test server, and will be available on the live server on console at the end of the month on October 29th, 2020. And a major public service announcement here, this option is currently only available for the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro. So if you have an Xbox One S or the original Xbox or the original PlayStation, this feature will not be available. To turn this on, you need to go into your PUBG settings, check whether you have the frame rate or resolution priority on, and you'll have to switch that to frame rate priority instead of resolution. All right, and now that we got that out of the way, I just want to talk about the increased frame rates here, go over all the information I have, and also share my opinion with you guys. So as soon as I started playing last night, a lot of people were coming to the stream asking me, do you see a difference? How's the PTS? How's the increased frame rate? And this thing is so awesome. This is going to be a huge game changer for PUBG console, and it is extremely noticeable. I just came from playing PC, and it kind of felt like that experience with the increased frame rate. But right now, unfortunately, there is one major hiccup or bug, and that is screen tearing. I'm showing you guys an example of this right now on the screen, zooming in for people on mobile. And what you saw right there was a major screen tear. It almost made it look like the micro Uzi was split in half. And this is an issue that is affecting all players. You're going to see it a lot, especially as I turn around. This was the very first game that myself and PUBG Andy played. PUBG Andy is an employee of PUBG. He works on the community team. And immediately when this server went live, he went into a training match, saw that was happening, reported it, and PUBG is already looking into this. And then we played this game together. He asked me and other people, is this happening? We kind of found out that this is happening to everybody. And actually, it turns out this morning that some people shared a tweet with me from the user Skilled ID, who confirmed that you can partially resolve or even fully resolve the screen tearing issues if you have a higher hertz monitor, so 120 hertz or 144 hertz. You can go into your Xbox or PlayStation, change the settings to 120 or 144, and this will help with the frame rates, because apparently right now the frame rates are actually over 60 or could be, going a little bit over, which is causing that screen tearing. In any case, unfortunately, I only have a 60 hertz monitor, so I wasn't able to make these changes and test them out. But if you guys are going on to the PTS, you can check out these changes or troubleshoot stuff or look this up online. Hopefully that will help. And hopefully PUBG can work on a fix for people that don't have a 120 hertz monitor. But this may be something that we'll see in the future with the next gen, that we might just need to upgrade to better monitors to use a feature like this on console. It is yet to be determined. And then this is our first time running into an enemy player with the increased frame rate on console. And something happened there when I had the micro Uzi, that experience felt so much better than shooting the micro Uzi at 30 frames per second. And I was kind of thinking to myself, a long time ago, I made a video breaking down the fire rate of the micro Uzi versus the Vector to kind of see which one was better or which one shot faster. And the micro Uzi has I think it's 33 bullets in a extended magazine clip. And it shoots that entire magazine in about 1.5 seconds. It might be 1.3 seconds. So you're shooting 33 rounds in 1.3 seconds. And it always felt kind of laggy or like stuttered on console. And now with the 60 frames per second on the test server, the experience of shooting that weapon felt so much better, because now you're seeing that in 60 frames. And also everything just looked a lot more crisp. The performance seems a lot better. So it just felt a lot better for me shooting the SMGs and some of those higher fire rate weapons, or even some of the ARs that shoot really fast on the PTS. And that was awesome for me. And even here visually, we went into this dip here, which I wanted to show because I thought this area looks so cool on the new map. The graphics on Paramo look great. Obviously, as PUBG creates more maps, they're getting better at developing these things and optimizing them for all platforms. So I personally thought this looks incredible. Andy was asking me, what do I think of the graphics and everything? I thought things looked better personally. But what's funny here is that PUBG actually had to lower the quality. It's actually degraded a little bit to allow for the higher frames per second. So some people have said that they noticed this, the loss of quality. But for me, because the 60 frames per second looks so smooth and so crisp, it actually made it seem like the graphics were better. And I'm not a huge graphics snob, so it's not a huge deal. But quickly, I got to show here, look at us jumping over the lava here. We actually were able to make it over without taking too much damage, or any damage really there. So for me, I would much rather the 60 frames per second with no screen tearing than going back to 30 frames per second and a little better quality. But that's just my opinion. I would love to hear what you guys think down in the comments below. I mean, do you guys think it looks way worse? It's going to be hard to tell over YouTube because I'm uploading this and it's going to get rendered. But maybe after you guys play the PTS, you can share your opinion on whether you like this or if you think it looks way worse or not. But overall, I think this is going to be a huge game changer for PUBG console and also help bring it into the next generation, especially with the next generation consoles coming. Hopefully the performance and quality and frame rate will be even better. And then right there, I just want to point out, got taken out by Brolic there, who's a fellow PUBG streamer. And he's a great player, probably one of the best on console. Luckily, I think he was by himself and we were able to take him out. My team got me up and I started throwing some smokes. And then I was running away here to go help my team. And then I realized this might be a good opportunity to actually test out the smoke performance on the new update. And quickly, I'll share with you guys on the live server right now. I play on an Xbox One X with an SSD, and the smoke has been killing my Xbox lately. It hasn't been turning it off like some people, but I can really hear the Xbox rev up. It sounds like the fans are turning on. My game will lag. And right here, there's 3 or 4 smokes, and you can see I'm running through, going into first person, and the performance seemed great there. Didn't seem to slow down at all. And I feel like that is huge right there. And if that's what we're getting on the One X in the first kind of build of this, then I'm hoping to see this get better and better as time goes on. And then also even better for the Series X and the Series S. So as we come to a conclusion here, we got, I think, some of my teammates getting some knocks here. I think it was Brando or Salty with the SLR. I was just pushing ahead here with the DBS. I threw out stuns because I thought they were right over this hill. And even here with the shotgun, the experience felt way better in 60 frames than before. And I finally get my first knock here, first kill, and end up getting the last 2, my only 2 kills of the game. It was kind of a quiet game for me, but I had a great time playing last night, testing out the PTS. If you guys haven't, I highly recommend checking this out. The current season ends right now in about a day. So then after that, if you're not playing ranked, there's really nothing else going on with PUBG, and I highly recommend doing this. There's a lot to see in the update. On top of the new map, there's new custom game settings and a bunch of new features that I'm going to be making content for on my channel right here. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel for more video game related content. And of course, PUBG. And you can catch me streaming here live or on Twitch at twitch.tv/Blitz5 and friends. And as always, thank you guys for watching. I'm Blitz5 and peace out.